Welcome back to Green Living with Tea. As you know, if you've listened to my podcast over the past 5 years, my true mission is to really help people reduce their exposure to harmful chemicals and to promote a low tox lifestyle. And today we're talking about a little bit different subject, but still in the realm of reducing exposure to harmful chemicals. And we're speaking with my guest today about hydrogels. Hydrogels offer a safer, more targeted alternative to traditional treatments for cancer. And we'll hear all about this. This is a health innovation, comes from a very personal place of my guest, Sinan Gölhan, and his own family members, including his mother and even his dog, have battled cancer. So hydrogels are accelerating safer health solutions and shaping a healthier future. Sinan is the founder and CEO of GelTech, helping lab scientists develop better hydrogels more quickly for life-saving treatments. Hydrogels are biocompatible gel materials used in drug delivery, tissue engineering, wound healing, and targeted cancer therapies. It's funded by the NSF and UC San Diego and awarded as the most investable medtech startup. GelTech creates advanced robotic instruments that automate time-consuming hydrogel testing, driving speed and precision. So Sinan creates the product that makes hydrogel more productive. Is that correct, Sinan?
Yeah, absolutely. We're on a mission to help scientists develop better hydrogels, essentially.
Yes. So it's a very interesting topic, definitely scientific, as we spoke a little bit before we got on, which is fine because I love talking about innovation and things that are helping shape a healthier future. And I'd like to get into that a little bit more and what this does to, especially with cancer treatment. But before we get into that, why don't you tell everybody how you got to where you are today? Because it's a incredible story, especially where you were born and raised, and now you're in San Diego.
Of course. First of all, thanks for having me on your podcast.
You're welcome.
Essentially, my journey really started when I was 18. I was living in Istanbul, Turkey at the time, and I got into college at UC San Diego in the nano engineering program. Was really excited to learn all about smart medicine, targeted medicine, and pick up how to surf, enjoy California. But as my mother was taking me to the airport to ship me off, she told me in the car that she had cancer. So from that point on, I think I knew what I wanted to do, and both my grandmothers had also been fighting cancer um, at the time, and I really wanted to focus on making chemotherapy smarter, right? Because you take a chemotherapy medicine and only 1% of it actually reaches your tumor. The remaining 99% attacks your healthy cells. That's why we lose our hair. That's why our nails don't grow. That's why our bone marrow gets damaged, is because the chemotherapy doesn't know what's what, right? It's just attacking everything. So by embedding drugs into these smart water-based materials called hydrogels, with very interesting and tunable properties, we're able to control where in the body the drug releases, right? So we did like injectables, that it's a liquid injectable, but once you inject it, the hydrogel stiffens in the body so that it stays in a certain area. Um, and then we did patches, hydrogel patches. So you apply a patch and the patch releases only to the area under the patch. And, I became very, very, infatuated in these technologies. But unfortunately, it costs close to $1 billion and 10 years for a laboratory to develop one of these technologies. And I found myself stuck in that cycle. And I went in saying, let's cure cancer. I just found myself stuck just doing the same tests every day in the lab, just repetitively doing lab testing. And I really felt like a robot repeating that testing. So I said, why not build a robot? And built a robotic device to help hydrogel scientists make better hydrogels faster so that we can get better treatments to our loved ones.
Out of curiosity, how where are all these devices from GelTech? I mean, are you just starting or is it?
Yeah, it's been about a year and a half. So we're a new company. We've raised close to $1 million and secured funding from the government as well. And we are looking to commercialize these, put them in their first 10 labs next year in the summer, quarter
Yeah.
three.
Well, I'm in Buffalo, New York, and we have a big cancer institute here called Roswell, and you know, all other hospitals also treat cancer patients. But I think to myself, as you were just telling me about this product, that if I got cancer anywhere, I'd be like, okay, how can I treat it with one of these hydrogels and one of your devices?
Yeah, so there's more and more hydrogel technologies emerging every day. There's new injectables, there's products like oncogel. It really depends on obviously the type of cancer you have, but
Right.
um, as time passes, we're seeing more and more treatments coming out that offer targeted alternatives so that you don't have to go through intense chemotherapy processes and just one product is able to actually get to their get to your tumor.
Yeah, it's fascinating because you hear about people getting chemotherapy and it kills so many other uh, good cells in their body. So this is something that I hope really takes off for you and
Yeah,
for, yeah,
absolutely. It's really on the topic of reducing that toxicity as you're talking about. Chemotherapy is very,
right.
which is that's why it's useful because it's toxic for the tumor, but unfortunately it's toxic for everywhere else in your body as well. So how can
Yeah.
we take that toxicity and really localize it, target it to a certain area? Um, and that's exactly what hydrogels are so useful for and why there's so much work on them in laboratories right now.
So it's interesting when you said that you were a robot, basically. You felt like a robot in the lab, and now you're building robots
Yeah.
to accelerate the life-saving treatments. And how did that? I mean, that's amazing just in itself that you went from one place to another, and now you're really excelling in this.
Yep. Thanks for saying that. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
As I said, my initial goal was to make one of these treatments or make a treatment that works for chemotherapy. But then I realized that the bigger problem is how long it takes and how expensive it is to make one of those treatments. Right. So I thought I could have more of an impact by making a technology that all these other labs can use instead. Instead of mining for gold, I want to build the pickaxe that can help everyone else mine for gold. I hope that
Uh,
makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense. Good comparison and life-saving treatments. So it's and that's why when I was first presented with interviewing you, I had to really dive in a little bit further. Like, is this something? And then I was just very intrigued and wanted to learn more. And anybody that's listening here, it's just something about what you are doing that really hit home with me that it can really help save lives because sometimes the chemotherapy is really killing lives and not always uh, doing exactly what we want it to do or the doctors want it to do. So I've been fortunate to never have to have cancer, and not too many people I know. I mean, I do know, but I don't know much about it. But I know when I read this, I'm like, this is fascinating to me. So that's one of the biggest reasons why I wanted to talk to you, Sinan, because of what you're doing. Also, science is amazing. Scientists are amazing to me. It's just even picturing you in a lab and developing this product is above and beyond me. As I told you, let's keep this as simple as possible because I know how my brain works. I want to know exactly what this is and how is it developed and what else can it do. So it's helping with cancer treatments. It's making it something more better with doctors around the world or country.
Yeah, definitely it's a hydrogel technologies are a global effort. The US is pretty huge on hydrogel. It's about 45% of the industry. But hydrogels aren't just used in cancer, they're very common in a lot of, pharmaceutical applications
Mm,
like diabetes is a huge one. They're used to provide sustained insulin release so that you don't have to get an injection, every day or every couple days. Obviously, there's a lot of issues with diabetic ulcers, so
mm,
hydrogels are the wound healing process of ulcers as well as the tissue regeneration process as well. Hydrogels are used as scaffolds. They're used in arthritis treatments. Beyond that, in cosmetics, there's a lot of hydrogels coming out that are able to really suck out all the toxic material out of your pores and replace it with um, you know, hyaluronic acid, which is a sugar that's very beneficial to us. Um, so in a lot of ways, the way I would describe hydrogels is it's the next best thing to real tissue,
mm.
right? It's almost completely made of water, just like our own tissue. It's very friendly to biomatter, and it allows the body to interact with them in a way that almost recognizes it as one of its own. So when you have a hydrogel band-aid, for example, your blood cells will literally start passing through the band-aid and healing the wound from all directions.
Mm, interesting.
Instead of traditional band-aids, that is just like it's like a muzzle, honestly, just trying to shut the wound and protect it. But a hydrogel not only shuts and covers the wounds, but provides an environment that the body can interact with in a healing way. So
Yeah.
they're pretty awesome materials. Yeah.
Yeah. Hydrogel band-aids, are they actually on the market?
Yeah, there's tons and tons of them, especially recently, huge surge of new hydrogel wound care products. Yeah.
So when I'm going for band-aids, I might see these on the shelf.
Yep.
Interesting. So I have a question for you. Um, Try to get this out the right way. Cancer. It's a huge industry. It gets bigger every year. I am a proponent of prevention, and that's why I do what I do, and to try to get people to avoid using chemicals that could possibly cause cancer, that could help you potentially prevent cancer. This is nothing that I ever really see cancer hospitals promoting. It's usually just medicine, give you the drug, and not talking about how could we prevent cancer. It's a massive industry. If we found the cure for cancer, there would be a lot of lost jobs, industries in the United States, around the world for that matter. I'm not saying that they don't want to prevent cancer, but I wonder sometimes. Now, getting to my question is with this product and life-saving treatments, um, is it competing? Is it taken away from the pharmaceutical industry? Have you had any backlash from this at all? I'm just trying to think, you are doing something that potentially would take away from other treatments. I don't know. This is just how my brain works because I go prevention, 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 and I see that what at least here in Buffalo, I'm raising money for uh, finding a cure, and I don't know if there will be a cure, but nobody knows. So I'm just curious if you have any backlash from the medical community.
Um, Honestly, there hasn't been too much backlash. I'm I personally don't believe that there is a direct cure for cancer. Each cancer is so unique,
Hmm.
and so individualized. It's literally an extension of our own bodies. Um, so I don't know if there's like some one-off vaccine that will just work for every single type of cancer. It's more of a battle we have to fight each time, and it's more of a matter of equipping, our clinicians with the right tools to fight those battles. But I don't think there will ever be just a an absolute cure for
Sure. Yeah. No, I agree. I'm with you. And the last part you said, providing the medical community with these uh,
with the
gel, what with your product,
like
gel
the
tech.
yeah. So by providing, by working with pharmaceutical companies, we're able to make their existing drugs more targeted and smarter,
Right.
so that instead of uh, administering, 100 milligram dose, now they can administer a 50 or 25 milligram dose and achieve the same result, which means that you experience 2 times or 4 times or 5 times or 10 times less toxic effects because your drug and it's in a smart hydrogel that can target the tumor,
Right.
essentially.
Right. It makes so much sense. Question, getting away from cancer a little bit, and is gel tech just for cancer, or is it used for treating other
Yeah,
things as well?
there's GelTech's applications range beyond cancer treatments into, wound healing
Wound.
and
Oh, you said that. That's right. Wound healing. Yeah.
a wide range of industries, including like waste management, for example, like pollutant removal, oil removal, agriculture, water harvesting, cosmetics, diapers, contact lenses, everything that uses a hydrogel, our technology helps with that. Um, and while the pharma and medical technology side of things is the largest industry, hydrogels are used in all these other areas as well. So our device can help with that too.
That's wonderful. How about I'm a big football fan, professional football, born and raised in Buffalo, New York. And so I'm a diehard Buffalo Bills fan. So in my brain, I'm like, our team is very injured right now, by the way. I'm thinking, I wonder if this is something is used by trainers and athletic trainers for
Interesting.
injuries.
They're definitely used in wound healing.
That's what I
Uh,
was thinking for, oh, so
they're
wounds.
they're
Okay.
used in surgical implants as well. Um, so to make implants that are less prone to infection,
Okay.
durable. I have a lot of experience with some orthopedic applications as
Mm.
well, hydrogels. How can we make it so implants don't get infected all the time, for example, by coating them with a hydrogel that releases an antibiotic as a part of the implant. So yeah, there's definitely areas in like orthopedic trauma that hydrogels can be useful in.
Sure. How big is your company?
Our company, there's around 10 of us right now,
And based in San Diego?
based in San Diego, correct?
Awesome. Well, you're doing great, great work. I mean, I look forward to following you and what you're doing down the road because what's coming in the future?
What's coming in the future, our plan is to install these technologies into around 100 labs in the US. That's our first mission.
Would that
And
be in hospital labs
in
or just
research,
labs?
quality
Research.
control,
Okay, got it.
installing it in pharma companies and academic laboratories, the people really working on those new hydrogel ideas, the new technologies, and then help them get their products out faster and essentially put together the largest, hydrogel based data room as well. So collect all this data, use that to leverage AI models, and really try to accelerate innovation in this space as much as possible.
and accelerating safer health solutions and shaping a healthier future.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes, I love it.
So that you can expose humans to less toxins like
Yes,
chemotherapy medicine.
yes. Well, very informative. I am intrigued by it, as I told you. I hope that you just keep growing and growing and growing, and getting more of this on the market. And I congratulate you on your innovation and your entrepreneurship and where you came from. And tell me one thing, is your mom and your dog okay?
Unfortunately, my dog passed away a couple months ago.
Oh no.
Yeah, she
From cancer or just old age?
honestly both.
Oh, this got to her
She
or him.
she got so old that she couldn't really deal with the cancer anymore.
Oh, I'm
But
sorry.
my mom has been fighting cancer for yeah, it's been about 7 years now, so she's still fighting.
What
Yeah,
type of cancer, may I ask?
breast cancer.
Breast cancer. Well, send her my love, and I hope that she keeps fighting the fight because she's got a great son that needs her in his life, I'm sure. So, okay, so where can people find more information? I think it's geltechlabs.com, correct?
Correct.
And then he's also on LinkedIn, and these will be on the show notes and the YouTube. There's a YouTube link as well for some further information. Anything else I missed?
No, that's all I've done. Yeah. Feel free to follow us, check out our website.
And
There's
and no other social, right?
no, we do LinkedIn.
LinkedIn. Okay, that's good to know. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on, Sinan, and I wish you the best, uh and I hope to see you in major reports across the country and all of your innovation going all over the place. So congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
You are very welcome.